So, we're going to go through this right together. So, we got 11 lights, which you guys all you got to hear about it is the system of how do we lock in our senior marketing director position. So, bring it up. So he gets started. Let's just do this. Okay. So here we go. Can everybody see this? Okay. So Brian gets started. The first thing we want to do, the most important thing that we want to do for him is to follow our philosophy in the first 3 to 7 days. Which is the multi-handed philosophy, which means get a business partner. 10% 3 rules, 3 goals, which means start his own savings. And then self-improvement, which is what? Get him started for convention, yes? Okay, so let's go over the lights first. So that's the first 3 lights. The other 4 lights are 3 direct business partners. In other words, they got 1, they're gonna get 2 more. And then they're gonna get 3 clients, they're gonna get licensed, they're gonna get 1 registration. So let me show it to you visually because right now that means nothing. Okay, so Brian, come here. Okay, so he just got started. Now, Brian's busy, yes? He got a business, he got a job, he got a family, he got a bunch of kids. How many kids do you have? 4, okay? Okay, so he's busy, he got a lot of stuff going on, yes? And he's like, okay, let's get started. So he just says, let's get started. Now, here's the thing, is he very committed? Yes or no? No, he's very little committed. He just paid for his licensing, maybe something will work out. Yes? So what's going to happen is he's going to have a lot of reasons for not doing things because he's busy. Who knows what I'm talking about? Okay, so let's give it an example. Now, in a normal world, what do I want him to do? I want him to go get his license, yes? I want him to get licensed, I want him to go get clients, I want him to make money. Well, is he gonna go get licensed right after that? He says I will, but he said, let's schedule your test. He says, oh, not right now. And then, as a matter of fact, I need another volunteer. Let's get Jonathan. He would be a perfect one because he doesn't listen. So he goes here. Let's just do this 11 lights real quick. Just kidding. It's awesome. Okay. Okay. So I say, so Jonathan gets started. He gets started. So we got 2 people just got started at the same time. Okay. So one thing we have to understand. Remember I told you our job is to what? Help people change their opinion. Okay. And to do that, sometimes we have to keep them long enough, yes, so they start thinking differently, okay? So, and this is the importance of the difference between being a boss, there's boss, and then there's inspiration and leadership. So, being bossy, it means being pushy. So I say, okay, Brian, let's do this, let's get your license this next week. And then he's gonna say, oh, next week I can't, the kids have games and this and this and this and this and this. Okay? I said, I know you have games, but you wanna win, right? Let's set it up. You can do this, you're awesome, let's go. Then he's gonna feel like what? I'm being pushy, yes or no? Okay? So, the thing that you gotta understand about this is people are controlled by money. Right? What does that mean? Majority of people if you tell them, hey, let's just say next weekend, their boss calls them in. Let's say they're an IT program, okay? Their boss says, hey, we have a deadline. We have to finish all of this stuff. We need everybody to work next weekend. Okay? Anybody who doesn't come to work, they get fired. Okay? How many people show up? A lot of them, right? Yes or no? Majority of people, they show up. What if they have family in town? What if their kids have a soccer game? They still show up, yes or no? Let's just say Brian's family, they planned this whole thing and everybody's coming in, but his boss tells him that. What is he going to do? He's still going to show up. Yes? Because he's controlled by money. How many of you guys understand? Even if he's self-employed, he's still controlled with money. So his contractor, he's a contractor, right? He's a painting contractor. So he's one of his clients says, hey man, I got this big deal. It's this much money, but you have to finish it by Sunday. What is he going to do? He's like, Cash, I don't have time for this. I got to, yes or no? How many of you guys get this? So you have to understand what we're dealing with. People are controlled with money. If it was a job, it was easier to control. Because I say, hey, you're going to do this. See, if this was a job, I say, Brian, I need you to build a list of 25 people and make 10 appointments. If you can't do it this week, you're fired. You'll be like, okay, boom, we will do it, yes? Because he was getting paid. He had a salary, he was getting $10,000 a month. As a salary, if I tell him to make 10 calls, he can't say no. If I say put a list of 25 people, he would not say no. Yes or no? But because this is not a job, it's a business, and he's starting it part-time, and he has no commitment, because he only paid a couple $100 to get licensed, he doesn't even know if he wants to do this. Yes or no? He's like, I'm thinking about doing it. Here's $125. Let me see if I get my license. Which is majority of people. I don't know. My friend was telling me, and I didn't want to say no, so I said yes. Right? That's how they get started. So this level of commitment is super low. So what I need to do, if the pressure comes from up, from me, okay? If the pressure comes from up, I look like pushy, I look like salesy, I look like everything is about pushy and everything's about making money. And he's gonna quit, yes or no? How many of you guys brought somebody on board and they quit because of that reason? Yeah. Maybe. Now, but, Jesse, do you come up here? What if, meanwhile, really fast, I helped Jesse, come here, Jesse. I brought Jesse on board in his team, even though he's not licensed. Okay? You follow? He's fired up now, yes? See, nobody likes like recruiting until they have recruits. You understand what I'm saying? So the moment he has somebody in his team, here's what I'm going to tell him. Hey Brian, I know you want to take your test, you want to take your time, all that stuff before we finish everything. So here's the deal. Jesse came on board, and Jesse has this connection with his church, and they got like 100 people, and he wants us to go talk to them. Now, you can take your time if you want. I can make that money. Or you can just take your test this week. What do you want to do up to you? What happens then? How many guys got it? So one business partner makes all the difference when we bring somebody on board. How are we doing? Because it allows me to help him to get the things he needs to get done so he can become successful. You guys understand? It's not me getting into his market and trying to make money. It's me helping him so he does the right thing so he can make money. How many of you guys see this now? Yes. Yes? Okay. So here's how it typically goes. I say, hey, Jonathan, let's get this thing going. Let's get this 4x4 thing done, And Jonathan says, hey, I don't really want to talk to anybody. I just want to go get licensed, and I'm very busy. And let's schedule your test. And he's like, yeah, I don't even want to schedule my test. I want to know everything before I take my test. Okay, so he's that guy. Okay? So I said, okay, no problem. You go study. Okay? So he goes and studies. Ryan, on the other hand, okay, I'm gonna start him the right way. Okay? I'm gonna bring him on and I'm gonna play this video for him. So, here we go. So I show this video. In, get up. Just fast forward here. So let's listen to this video real quick. This is how I'm gonna get him started. This is the process of fast. So getting started, getting people started the business, all you gotta do is what? Play the video. So I'm gonna play this video for Brian. If you have sound, he's playing. Chris is not playing. Your fault. Okay, here we go. Welcome to our Wealth Builder family. I want you to know that we appreciate you, and also I want you to know that so I'm playing this for Ryan. You guys with me on this? You go down here. You don't exist yet. Okay? you will come in the picture in a little bit. Okay? That through this process, you're going to learn a ton of information, and you're going to grow a lot, and more importantly, you're going to have a ton of fun. Now, people ask me, Cash, what percentage of people make it in this business? And my answer is always the same: 100% of the people who follow the system. As a matter of fact, all of the success I've had in this business has simply to do with following the system completely to the T. See, our system is 11 lights, or these 11 lights that you see. Following these 11 lights allows someone to basically go from zero to becoming a broker, which we call senior marketing director, and making $100,000 and beyond. In this process, it's very important to actually be coachable to your trainer when it comes to following the system. Because, you see, your success is linked directly to their success. If you become successful, they become successful. If you don't become successful, it will directly hurt them. So they have a vested interest in helping you through this process. So listen to them. Okay. Be coachable to the system, and they will guide you through these 11 lights. Our first stop, or my first question for you, is that if we're sitting down here 12 months from now, how much money would you want to have made by now? Okay, give me a mic. Can I get a mic? Chris, can I get a mic? Okay, so what did I do in that video? I edified you as the trainer, yes? And listen to your trainer. Your success is linked to their success, and listen what they're saying. And all the chances of all the things that I had, all the success I've had everything to do with winning in the business, has everything to do with system. It's a system-driven business, and I'm edifying the trainers, so I'm getting edified in front of him. Yes? And he decides to follow the system. He decides to just go study. So far, so good. This guy is he's just only gonna get licensed. He's gonna get licensed and also learn practical training. Like, you can do both, right? You can chew gum and walk at the same time. He says, no, I can only chew gum. Okay? He says, no, I can chew gum and walk at the same time. By the way, which one do you learn more? Practical training or just license? Let me give you driving. Okay, let's just talk about driving. You've never driven before. Which one do you learn more? Just studying the book or sitting next to a trainer and driving the car? Which one?
Driving the car.
See, if what happens if he just studies? Can he drive the car? No, he gets on the freeway, what happens? He's gonna die. Yes? Yes or no? Okay? Now, this guy, he gets field training, but he never got a license. At least he can drive. Yes? But if he get caught, he's gonna go to jail. So I want him to do both. I want him to get his practical training and get his license. You guys got it? You understand the importance of doing both at the same time?
Yeah.
This guy is only studying for his driver license test. He's studying for his driver license test and getting his practical training. And he's following the system. So I showed him the video, I edified him, I asked him the question. You remember the question? The question was, hey, 12 months from now, how much money would you want to have make?
100,000.
100,000, okay? And sometimes they say, well, I don't really know what it takes to make 100,000. So tell me that. So say, I don't know exactly because I don't know exactly how it works.
I don't know exactly. I don't know how to work.
Okay, and then I'll play this again.
So I want you to stop the video for a second and answer that question. Now sometimes people ask me, gosh, I really don't know the answer to that question because I don't really know what it takes. But for now, I just don't want you to think about that. It's kind of like when you go to the gym, you never tell your trainer, hey, here's how many times I want to show up, what kind of body I can get, you see? So I want you to just think about how much money you want to make, and then we're going to come up with the time and see if it's realistic or not. So listen.
Okay. So how much money you want to make?
100,000.
100,000, right? Everybody good? So now I'm going to ask the second question.
Take a second, come up with a number. Now, here's the second question. How much time would you have to put in your current job to make that money?
So Brian, how much time do you have to put in your current job to make $100,000?
At least 40 hours.
It says 40 hours. Why do I ask it that way? Because of this next question. So now the next question
Per week. What's the answer for that? Now that we know that, how much time are you willing to put to make that money here, building your own business? So hopefully you came up with a great answer. You see, the reason I ask this question because sometimes people have illogical goal. They say, I want to make $1 million a year, and currently I make 100 grand in my job, and I put 60 hours, and I would like to be able to make $1 million a year, put in 6 hours a week, which we know is not going to happen. That being said, hopefully you came up with a great answer. Then what I would recommend to be able to finish that level life.
Okay, so I asked him this question. How much you want to make? He says 100,000. I said, how many hours do you have to do per week to make 100,000? He said 40. I said, well, how many hours are you willing to spend here? The video says it, to make that same 100,000, but be able to make it passively eventually.
10.
Okay, because he's gonna sound stupid for saying like 2, right? Even 10 it sounds stupid still. How do you guys understand? You spend 40 hours to make 100 grand, now you want to spend 10 hours to make 100 grand. You guys get it? So he gives me like 10 or 20. But I'm actually only looking for 10, yes? Everybody with me? This is probably the most important part of like really building a business.
It's to make 100,000. All you really need is about 10 hours per week. Now, the key is consistency. Okay? You see, if you go to the gym for one day for 10 hours, is that better? Does that even work? Or is it better if you go every day for an hour and a half? Obviously, what's the answer? The second one. So, the same thing here. So
what am I saying? I'm saying, hey, instead of putting 10 hours in one day, we want to
Do it every day.
spread it out.
the thing I want you to do, take a quick second with your trainer and identify 3 times, okay, that you can.
So we're going to get 3 times. I said, Brian, so Brian says 10 hours. I want to put 10 hours. I said, okay, well, which one's better, 10 hours in one day or 1 hour per day? 1 hour per day. Okay, great. So what is that 1 hour for you tomorrow? What is that hour for you the next day? What is that hour for you the next day? Give me 3 times. This time, this time, this time. I put it in my calendar, he puts it in calendar. So I put what? 3 times. Everybody good? Okay.
Need this next 7 days to get your first 3 lights done. Just here, these are the times, an hour, an hour and a half, and let's just put it in the calendar. So let's take a time, a quick second, and put that down. Now that we know that, I want to talk to you about the importance of the first 3 lights. The first 3 lights are the most important lights out of any other light.
So what are we doing here? We're edifying the importance of the first 3 lights. Let's see if it's right. Here we go.
So this is where you really implement our philosophies to improve your own life, to become better. And I'm pretty sure you're very busy and you got a lot of stuff going on, and I completely understand. But I cannot emphasize how important it is. And if your why is big enough, if you have a strong reason, and I'm pretty sure you can figure out a way where to meet a few times in the next 7 to 10 days and get these 3 lights done. And I also want you to know this, I don't want you to get overwhelmed, because just like any other job, this is not a job, but any other job that you ever had, when do they over communicate with you the most? In the beginning. So this is the same process. Once we get you going, it's gonna be very chill, but it's so important to help you to get these first 3 lights done. Now, you can do it one day, okay? Or you can take 3 to 7 days. But it's very important to get it done in the first.
Okay, are we done? We're done with this, right? So what did I do? I said, hey, I'm sure you're very busy, but if you really want to win, let's get these things done. He's like, great, we booked. So we have 3 times set up with each other. Are we all so far so good? I'm showing you the entire process of this. We work on it more on the 31st. But then I'm gonna come here. Now I can go to either one of these. Let's say he's not a client yet. Okay? So remember, the process of recruiting somebody to the new art of living is that they start living it. Yes? So I want him to become a believer in what we do. Because if he's gonna become a believer, he's gonna say to me, let's go talk to everybody. Yes? If he doesn't become a believer, then it looks like a sales process. How many of you guys understand what I'm saying? Like, he needs to get to the point he says, dude, this freaking stuff is good. This is awesome. I love this IUL thing right here. I love this annuity thing right here. I love this Roth thing that we did here. I like this term LP. This is good stuff. Nobody ever did my finances like this. This is amazing. I need to get into that. Yes? So then all you gotta do, so let's just say we wanna do that. We wanna do 10% to the rules. There's like a little quick 4-minute video. We come in here, we play it. We play this quick video, which is me talking about the importance of saving. So he's like, sounds good. Then we do his financial need analysis. I say, how much money can you put aside? He says, I can put $500. Let's start your plan. Let's get you following the 10% to the rules 3 goals. Let's get you starting saving money. Yes? So far so good? Okay. Then we go here. So I'm gonna go back to this video. In this video, I'm going to explain to him how he's never, because what is his concern right now? His concern is, who am I going to talk to? I don't want to talk to my friends. Yes or no? Yeah. I'm going to run out of people. This is what he's concerned. Because most people's concern is, I don't know a lot of people. I only know a limited amount of people. Isn't that true? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's what he's thinking. Even though he's not telling me this, that's what he's thinking. Because in financial services industry, remember, they only get clients 2 ways. Either cold calling, or they say, go talk to your friends and family. So, I'm not gonna play the video here, but in this video, we're gonna explain our process, which I'm gonna show you right now. And the process is gonna see it in that video. Okay? Which we say going from the known market to the unknown market. I'm going to tell them, look, you need to have about 10 people that you know pretty well, that you know them, but these people, we don't want to sell them anything, we don't want to get them involved in anything, we just want to impress them with what you do, very much. How are we doing? Everybody following me so far? Yes or no? Okay, so I want to impress these people. See, remember, how many guys remember the energy of giving versus energy of getting? Okay, so I'm going to tell them. There's something called energy of giving, there's something called energy of getting. If you're trying to give to people, you feel good. Like you can go to a stranger, give to them, you feel great. But if you go to your best friend, ask for $20, how do you feel? Very bad. So a lot of times when the people get started, they're in the energy of getting. They want to go get something from their best friend. They want to make them a client. They want to get them involved in the business. That's getting. That's getting. How many guys get it? That's getting. We don't want to get, we want to give. What do we want to give? You want to give them, you want to let me, you want to give $2,500 worth of videos to them. So I say to them, hey, in that video, hey, who are the 10 people you know that we don't want to as a client, nothing like that, but we just want to give to them, and if they, so that they're so impressed by it that they're going to give you a ton of people. Okay? And then I explain to them this process, which I'm going to play this quick part of this video that shows how, or they're becoming a, let's see where it is.
client. But here, I want to emphasize on two things. Number one is this thing called the energy of giving and then energy of getting. Whenever we give something to people, we feel good. In other words, if you walk down the street, you see a homeless guy, you give him $20. How's that
Here we go.
feel?
Let me just play this
My
illustration.
trainer provided
This
this
is me when I get started. It's the same process. The video is explaining this.
education. And what happened, one of those people, her name was Christina, and she ended up basically, that was my known market. She referred me to this one person named Orlando. That was my unknown market. I did not know Orlando. But guess what happened? When I sat down with Orlando, he ended up becoming a client of ours. And I told him, hey, if you get a license, I'll give you half the money. He ended up getting a license. He loved what we did, and he basically was a conceptual recruiter. Now, he then went to a restaurant and saw a buddy of his who managed the restaurant and wanted to open up his own bail bond business. And he said, look, before you start this bail bond business, you got to talk to my buddy Cash. And his name was Chris. Me and Chris ended up meeting up, and he ended up becoming a client of mine. And then he ended up getting licensed. And now today, he has over 100 licenses in his organization. He's actually my best friend, my wedding. And then he introduced me to another buddy of his, Dan. He worked across the street. He wanted to open up a restaurant. And we're like, hey, before you open up a restaurant, take a look at this business. He ended up becoming a client. He ended up getting licensed. Then he introduced us to his buddy Mike. Mike had bought a policy. He actually educated on these policies. He loved education much. He ended up referring us to Rosa. Rosa was a college professor. She just spent a few $1,000 to learn about trading and things like this. She loved her education. She came on board. She ended up getting licensed. And in one of her classes, she threw an extra credit. She said, hey, anybody comes to this financial class, I'll give you an extra credit. And this girl that walked in, her name was Lizzie, and she came in. She loved education. She got licensed in 3 days, made 10 grand first year, first month. First year, she made 100 grand, and next year she made 250,000. And then I was like, wow, I gotta marry this one. That's how I met my wife. And that story goes on and on and on and on and on. From that one person today, we have over 250 licenses, and still.
So I show him this process. As a matter of fact, if you're in any of those teams, can you stand up? If you're in like Chris's team, or anybody from Chris's hierarchy, or Monty, or Vishnu, or Val, or anybody, or anybody, yeah. So you guys see that? So that's like all the people. Where's Trey's people at? Okay, where are you guys at? Trey here? Okay, so Trey or Mike, where's Mike? Mike Houston, where you guys at? Where's your team at? Have your team stand up? You're trying to stand up. So all of these guys, half of them have no clue, by the way. But all of these people came from that one person. You guys understand? How many guys get it? From one person, all of these people came. You understand? This is not a business of you go talk to everybody. This is why it's so important. So he sees this, he gets it, he puts the list down, okay, and I show him how to contact, and I tell him, I say, look, if you try to talk to them without me, you're going to kill them. I'm going to talk to them, for the sake of time, I'm going to say it in the video. I say, look, when you want to become a doctor, what do you do? First step, go to school, medical school. Step 2, residency. What happens in residency? You watch the doctor watches you. Do you get nervous? Yeah, because the doctor's watching you do a heart surgery. But is it important? Yes. Then you go do a surgery. Now what happens if a doctor comes in and says, I like going to medical school, but I don't really like residency because it's uncomfortable. What happens? They're going to go kill somebody, yes or no? What I explained to him in this video is the same process. Step number 1 is residency. I say it, you say it. I say it, you say it. Step 2 is residency. Your first 5 calls we're going to do together. I'm here, okay? You're here. We're going to practice together, and then you're going to do it when you're with me. Or even if it's a text, we're going to do it together. So, for example, how many of you guys know who your trainer is? Hopefully everybody knows who your trainer is. So, the biggest mistake people make, let me tell you this, when they come to an event like this, okay? They start putting it on social media. They tell everybody where they are, okay? And they tell everybody, here's what's happening. I gotta tell you about it. I gotta tell you about it. And they kill their own market. Do not do that, okay? Get together with your trainer and practice the right approach. Whether it's, hey, I've been learning a lot of great information, I want to show you what I'm doing. Or, hey, I learned about this thing called the New Art of Living, I'm putting a little get-together at my house, come on, okay? Which is the both, two approaches, which is the both right here on these videos, okay? So regardless, let's just say he does it. We do a New Art of Living presentation, he invites a bunch of people, we bring in one person on board. So now we can go fast, okay? So one person comes on board, what's the last part? I sit down with him and I explain the importance of self-improvement, why he needs to spend money on himself, if he wants to learn a business, if you start a business. What happens if you buy a McDonald's, but you decide not to go to Hamburger University? What happens? How many guys know what Hamburger University is? You know, if you go to McDonald's, then you have to go to Hamburger University, right? It's a business school, okay? So it's the same thing. I said, look, convention is our Hamburger University. So let's get you registered, and I get it registered for the next convention. Everybody with me?
No.
So this is called a mission pin, and then he qualifies, and he comes into a class with their executive marketing director, and he explains to him the entire 11 lights and how to get them. And during that process, I need 2 more people. Can I get 2 more people? Come here. He finishes his first 7 lights, which means get one more. I get one more. Can I get one more? Yeah. Anybody? Come here. So you come on this side. You can go behind Jesse Utah. So what that means is this is the first 11 lights. Means he came on, he ended up becoming a client. She came on, she became a client. He became a client, and he became a client. So far so good. So he finished his first one. 11 lights. Does he need to be licensed to do this? No. Is he going to lose money? No. Okay? So even though he did not directly get paid on this, whatever he did not get paid on this, he's going to repeat the process, yes? So now we're going to do mission pin for, so let's say you will be his mission pin. So we're going to continue this just right here. Okay? Because in reality, the way it works is, first we get him, so you become his mission pin, okay? So now, can I get, so this is like the next week. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get 4 people come up here? Oh, come on, 4, fast, let's go fast because we're running out of time. Okay, so now I repeat the process for him, he becomes his mission pin, and then there's another mission pin right here, right? And then we got 1 more right here for him. So hold on, this is so far this, right? Did I get everybody? 1, 2, 3, mission pin, I got yours. Oh, you need 1. Okay, so you come right here. For his, okay, good. Are we good so far? How are we doing? Now, is he licensed? Yes or no? He's not going to be licensed. A little bit after, right? So everything else that comes in, I'm going to put it 70-30 under him. So whatever he did not get paid on this, he's going to get paid over there. You follow? How many guys understand this? Okay, very important. It's actually a lot faster to get promoted when you're not licensed than it is when you are licensed. People need to understand this math. If you don't understand it, sit down with your trainer. You make more money faster when you're not licensed than actually when you're licensed and you go through the regular promotion guideline. Because to get promoted, to get his first promotion, all he needed to do is to finish this, and he already promoted. If you would have waited to be licensed, like this guy, say, hey, you ready to go? He's like, oh, I'm still studying. Okay? And even if he wanted to get promotion, he needs to do 2 business partners, 3 months in a row, which is a total of 6, and $30,000 of production, which is a lot harder than like that, or 2 months, I should say. 20,000 is 4, which is a lot harder than just finishing this. Everybody got it? Okay, so can we do 1 more month, just so you guys kind of fathom this? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Can we get 8 more people up here? So there's 1, 2. Yeah, 8 more people. Come up here. Go on that side. Okay. And now it's been like a month. Yes? Okay? So now he finally gets licensed. And he brings up somebody. Can you come up here? So he finally brings one person. Okay? This one person comes on board and he says, hey, what should I do? And then guess what his advice would be? Go get licensed. And he's also as slow as him. You guys follow? Then eventually he starts coming to training. Everybody's talking about Brian. Brian's crushing it. He's been here. Look at his team. He's doing this. He's doing this. You know what happens to him eventually? He comes to me and says, Cash, you know, I know Jonathan's my friend and everything, but can I be in his team? Can he do my appointments? Can he do my training? How many guys understand? This is the business of monkey see, monkey do. This is the power of a system. So if you follow the system, you will have unlimited amount of clients literally forever. You guys got it? So really be coachable to the system. We're going to be talking a lot about it in the next few days. Let's give it up for all these guys. Okay. How are we doing with the 11 lights? We good? We're going to talk a lot about it in the afternoon. And then finishing it is locking their SMD. So that would be, so by the way, that got Brian all the way to here. He's going to get 15 registration. Remember these two numbers? Because Raja is going to be talking about it and he's going to be like, you guys don't do it, and we're going to get in trouble. Okay? 15 people at convention means you locked your SMD and you're going to make $100,000. You follow? 40 people at convention means you're going to make $250,000. You guys got it? Just remember those. 15, 40. 15, 40. We're going to show you a live example of this a lot more. And it all has to do with these 11 lights. Yes? So, here's how we're going to finish this up. We have a quick recognition, right, Chris? So I want to recognize these champions right here. We have a class that went for 4 months. And we call it S&D School. And these guys got in. There was like a couple hundred people that got into this class. And they competed, and they learned, they attended classes. How awesome was that class? We had a blast on that. And these people actually graduated the class. So we wanted to give it up for them and recognize them here. So if you can bring it up. Matthew, where'd you go? You have the, okay. If I call your name, please come up here and just stay up here. Is that cool? So, let's give it up for these champions. Oh, no. You have the hit? Is it up? Where's your sword? Okay, here we go. Okay, go back. Okay. Okay, so, because by the way, the number one person in the class gets the Swords of Alexander. Can you guys see it? There's two categories. There's an SMD category and there's a non-SMD category these guys were competing at. So we have all those results. So let's give it up. Let me give you some